Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Undoubtedly, by now, the vast majority of you have already heard the big news of yesterday morning, which is that Ripple is launching their own stablecoin on the XRP ledger, as well as the Ethereum blockchain. This has resulted in a ton of discussion within the XRP community and beyond about what this means. What does this mean specifically for XRP? Is XRP now useless? That is absolutely what a ton of people are asserting in the XRP community and outside of the XRP community. But is it true? Why does Ripple need to launch a stablecoin? Well, I mean, gosh darn it, XRP is supposed to be the best thing since sliced bread. Why would we ever need another coin? Well, I want to talk about that because people are actually under the false assumption that this somehow negates the purpose of XRP, certainly including how Ripple is using it. And it just makes me wonder how many people never understood the purpose or abilities of XRP in the first place, because it absolutely does nothing, not one little thing, to make XRP less useful. It's a bogus narrative, and I'm going to rip it to shreds. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Alright, so last night I shared the following post on social media platform X after coming across throughout the entire day non-stop posts as I'm scrolling through my feed, just trying to have a happy, nice time. I'm trying to have a good day. And then there's a bunch of people screaming about how XRP is useless and Ripple's given up on XRP and they're going to try doing the new thing with the stablecoin because reasons. You know, I didn't see a whole lot of coherent thoughts on whatever the hell that meant, but there was a lot of fear out there. And so I shared the following post because, mind you, I've been in the space, I've been holding XRP for over 6 years. There have been, I don't even know how many things touted as the XRP killer. This makes XRP obsolete. I've heard that so many times. This is no different, except for in that it's even more ridiculous. This is the most ridiculous instance of saying that XRP is obsolete, or this is the XRP killer, however you want to word it. This is the most ridiculous example of it that I've ever seen in my 6+ years in crypto. And so here's what I wrote. Let me get this straight, ... I added for dramatic effect. Tether failed as an XRP killer. USDC failed as an XRP killer. Libra failed as an XRP killer. And I'll just pause to say here, Libra, in case you forgot, that was the Facebook coin that never even launched. It was initially called Libra, and then it was renamed something else, started with the letter D, I think. I can't remember. And it never happened. So that was supposed to be the XRP killer. Oh my god, well, moving money around the planet using the Facebook coin. What do you need XRP for? Shut up. Never made any damn sense. I'll get into it. And then I wrote JPM coin, JP Morgan coin, failed as an XRP killer. Yet people today are screaming that Ripple's new stablecoin makes XRP useless. In other words, Ripple's own stablecoin is the new XRP killer? I can't, folks, when I was, I could not, I used the facepalm emoji. I was laughing a bit. I was definitely laughing a bit. So Ripple is the XRP killer. You see how absurd this stupid ass stuff? Anyway, so I wrote, I can't take you people seriously. As if Ripple would do anything to actively harm or destroy the XRP ecosystem when they literally have the most to lose by doing so. Why is Ripple launching a stablecoin then? Well, I recommend you learn why a decentralized cryptocurrency with no counterparty risk is ideal for different use cases than a stablecoin with a central authority. And so, folks, there's a lot of things that can be said here. I'll start by mentioning, look, Ripple, to be clear, is seeking not just to be a fintech company. They're seeking to dominate all things crypto. That's why they bought Medico last year, jumping into self-custody. That's why they're launching a stablecoin, their own stablecoin now. They're trying to corner every aspect of the crypto markets, broadly speaking, that they possibly can. That's what they're, in fact, if you ask Brad Garlinghouse what Ripple is, what does that company do? He doesn't start by talking about remittances or anything having to do with legacy finance. He'll say something along the lines of, Ripple is a a crypto solutions company for enterprise. Enterprise, just broadly speaking, it'd be something more eloquent than that. But that would be the cut of his jib. That's the message he would convey. And then at some point, a few sentences or paragraphs later, he'd mention, "Yeah, we're doing remittances too," because they have enough funding and they've grown up. They can absolutely delve into other stuff, and that's why they're doing these strategic buyouts. So that's a huge part of the reason. This has nothing to do with XRP failing, but let's talk about XRP the way that Ripple is using this. Because I think what a lot of people's fears actually are is that, well, if XRP was so great and it's being positioned as a bridge currency, why does Ripple need to have a stablecoin? Because XRP is the bridge currency thing, right? Well, think this through a little bit further, okay? No one on the planet is positioning any stablecoin as a bridge currency for legacy finance. No one. Period. Ripple is positioning a coin as a bridge currency, and that is XRP. That is the coin that they're positioning that for. Now, why aren't other companies and other firms out there that are in control of various stablecoins, why aren't they doing that? I'm not so sure that they'd have a fun time doing it. First of all, they're not even trying to do that, so there is no actual competitor to this. For this particular use case, this niche, there literally isn't. Only Ripple is doing what Ripple is doing, period. And only XRP is being used for this, period. So let me flesh this out a little bit further. Because if a company wanted to come in and compete for the exact same thing that Ripple is doing, they need to have a business plan. They need to hire a sales force. They need to have customer service. They need to be onboarding financial firms, including banks, and convincing them to use the stablecoin. And then, of course, that has to be held somewhere, so then there's the counterparty risk of that, because it's an issued asset. And so then you have to have Nostro accounts that's backed by, and you're recreating the same friction from legacy finance that we already have, just in a new digital form. So it already doesn't make sense, obviously. It doesn't make a damn bit of sense. I mean, banks remove counterparty risk by using on-demand liquidity instead of holding garbage fiat currencies such as the Argentine peso, which for pretty much over a decade now, I guess at this point, has been experiencing what is just extreme inflation. So if you're a bank, do you want to have Nostro accounts the world over, like just reinventing the wheel? Like, you're not even reinventing. It's a copy of it. It just doesn't make sense. And so again, no one is positioning any stablecoin here as a bridge currency for legacy finance. And the only coin that's being positioned for as a bridge currency is XRP by Ripple. And here's another key point. Like, understand that when we're talking about XRP as a bridge currency, because you're going to get pushback like this all the time. Well, but the stablecoin could just do it. And you know what my response to that is? The way that many of the people are articulating a transaction would occur, I'd be like, okay, yeah. And Bitcoin could do it, and ETH could do it, and Doge could do it, and HBAR could do it. Pick a coin. You can use whatever you want to move value around the planet. We're already onboarded into the world of crypto. But what is Ripple doing? They're using XRP in the background. That's why I said a couple minutes ago, they're the only ones doing what they're doing, and that's literally true. If you are a normie out there and you're not in the world of crypto and you want to move from one fiat currency into another fiat currency in another geographic location on the other side of the planet, you might use a MoneyGram, or pick your firm, pick your remittance firm. It doesn't matter. You're paying them for that service. Now, XRP can be used to reduce the number of hops in between destinations, right? That's the whole point to this. Because the vast majority of people on the planet are not in crypto. Only like 4 or 5% of humans have ever bought any crypto at any point in time. So for the normies, what they can experience, assuming this continues to work, right, is they'd have lower costs and faster transactions, not knowing that XRP is being used in the plumbing. Now, if we're talking about the small percentage of humans that are in crypto like you and I, well, if you've got a friend on the other side of the planet and your friend is also in crypto, what you might do is you could just send XRP yourself from your exchange to their exchange, and they can just cash out. You don't even need the remittance companies. Duh, I've been talking about this for years. This is for the people who are not in that situation, which is almost every human on the planet. This is for the normies out there, all right? And so nobody is positioning any coin, stablecoin or otherwise, to do that. Period. It doesn't exist. Ripple's the only one doing that. And then if you want to try doing that, well, good luck. Good luck, especially if you're going to start trying to do something like that right now. So yeah, you can use anything you want. You can, but see, if you say, well, why can't you just use a stablecoin if you're in the world of crypto? Well, then if you want to, then go ahead. But why not use XRP? It's very liquid. It's all over the damn planet. It's already established. It's one of the first movers in the world of crypto, one of the first ever to exist. So it's got a huge leg up on any other coins out there. It works great for payments. It's almost free for transactions. It's reached network effect. So yeah, so then as more people are onboarded into crypto, the question is it desirable to have a coin like XRP that's just really good at payments? The answer is yes, and that hasn't changed. That hasn't changed at all. It's still true today. So to anybody thinking that there being yet another stable coin, as if that changes anything, it does not. And frankly, even if Ripple failed and there wasn't, and there is, but just be clear, there is, by all accounts, incredible adoption of XRP as a bridge currency, especially considering the amount of regulatory concerns the world over, this and that. And they're not, it's not liquid enough to handle like, what you're seeing on a daily basis in Swift. It's pretty impressive to have this in this nascent asset class, a cryptocurrency like XRP that's reached the success it has as a bridge currency. But even if that use case failed, XRP has reached network effect. It is valuable, and people are speculating to this degree. The fact that it's always been in the top 10 coins by market cap, like, doesn't that show you something? We in the world of crypto recognize that it's valuable, and we're assuming that the normies out there who will be jumping into crypto in the coming years and decades, they're going to recognize it too, because it's a fact. It's fast. It's practically free. I mean, come on, real-time settlement on the XRP ledger in 3 to 5 seconds. Is that desirable? And it's liquid, and it's on all corners of the planet already? When technology becomes a standard in human society, it is hard to supplant it. XRP has already become a fixture in the world of crypto. There's no indication it's going anywhere. It makes no sense to be afraid of this whatsoever. The fact that there's a stable coin. So let's go a little bit further, though. There's this post by XRP community member Panos. And so you might be wondering, what is Ripple's strategy with this? Well, again, I already articulated part of it, which is that Ripple's just trying to get their hands on like all things crypto, basically. So like I said, self-custody, they're already in that. They bought Medico, I think it was in May of last year, with self-custody. Now launching a stable coin. Okay. But is there another plan? And I don't know for sure, but there's some reasonable speculation here from XRP community member Panos, who I think is one of the more knowledgeable and insightful individuals out here. And so after this news broke, here's what Panos had to say. Ripple's stablecoin announcement moves us one step closer to on-chain foreign exchange. I believe and hope the end game is to stay on-chain, transfer on-chain, pay on-chain, do everything on-chain, and enable interoperability among systems. There will be no need to off-ramp and exit to the traditional centralized banking system anymore. Okay, so that would be cool. I don't know if Ripple's thinking along those lines. That is very reasonable speculation, worthy to have a healthy discussion about that. What if Ripple's ultimate vision for down the road is you don't need all this stuff? What if you could do on-demand liquidity type functions without a bunch of centralized exchanges, because the XRP ledger has a built-in decentralized exchange? And what if a stable coin that's well backed could help make that possible? Would that be a positive or a negative? Now there's this post from XRP community member Kieran Kelly, and he's been around, man, maybe I don't know when, I can't remember when he jumped in. I'm sure I've seen when he stated he jumped in publicly. I think he's been here longer than I have, so he's been around a while. If not, then it was about the same time that I jumped in 2017, but I think he's been around even longer than that. And he was trying to spur some conversation, which is always good. We should always have discussions, especially when people are concerned. We should talk stuff out, especially with complex topics such as this. And so here's a post last night from XRP community member Kieran Kelly. Some people are rightly asking, as Ripple is launching a stablecoin on the XRP ledger, 1-to-1 with United States dollars, what is the point of XRP? Okay, so I'll pause now. I already articulated huge chunks of that, obviously. If your concern is Ripple's use case with XRP as a bridge currency no longer makes sense, that's silly. It doesn't make any sense. What benefit would Ripple even have by creating a stablecoin and then plugging that into the place of XRP? What you'd actually do is Ripple would be making their lives that much harder because they still have to get that damn thing listed on all sorts of partner exchanges. It has to be backed, so there has to be sufficient liquidity. It's just a whole bunch of nightmares. And then again, like I already got to earlier, like they are the counterparty risk. Then that's what they've been preaching against for the use case of XRP as a bridge currency. Not that there is a place for stablecoins. Obviously, it's a good thing Ripple's doing this. But when you're talking about and positioning XRP as a bridge currency, no, that makes way more sense, obviously. Anyway, Kieran Kelly continues. A concern of some is also, wouldn't a bank prefer to use a stablecoin versus a volatile cryptocurrency like XRP for transactions? Well, so there are lots of banks right now that have Nostro Vostro accounts the world over. They're pre-funded accounts. What's more appealing, having your liquidity tied up in risky, like what if you have an account and it holds the Argentine peso? Like I was saying earlier, that thing had runaway inflation. A little bit risky there, right? A little bit risky. Wouldn't it just be better to tap into XRP when you need it? And if you're talking about, if you say a stable coin would be better, and a bank's just tapping into it, well, if they're not the ones doing the funding, I don't think they care anyway. If there's a small bank and they're not big enough to be pre-funding, I don't think they technically would care as much. But again, what company, even if that's the case, what company is positioning a stable coin in a product that is equivalent to on-demand liquidity? Because mind you, again, it's not like the company, whoever we're going to do that, they'd have to have the stable coin, they have to get a business plan, they got to get sales staff to onboard it, they have to have all sorts of software engineers create something equivalent to Ripple payment software, you have to have customer support, all this stuff, and then they'd be competing with Ripple. So the option doesn't even exist, and it's not going to exist. I mean, that's a virtual certainty. Either this works with XRP as a bridge currency or nothing, because it's too tough for anyone else to even jump in at this point. Good luck if you're going to try and do that. So would a bank prefer that? Look, if a bank's hands off on this stuff and XRP's just in the middle, what the hell do they care? Seriously, what do they care? The banks that would care would be the ones that do the pre-funding, right? Anyway, and then he says, another question being raised is, how does a stablecoin built on the XRP ledger benefit XRP and possibly increase the price? Ah, yes, well, I'm glad you asked. I just want to note here, this is a really crucial piece of information right here. In order for a stablecoin to exist on the XRP ledger, it requires the existence and usage of XRP. It's coded into the XRP ledger itself. If you're talking about this coin, whatever it ends up getting called, existing on the XRP ledger, XRP is required. That's how it benefits it. And then if there's a stable coin on the XRP ledger, that ensures the long-term viability of the chain. I was talking about this a couple videos ago when the news broke. I was talking about how Tron, almost no developers on that blockchain. That's an old chain right now, right? And almost no development activity, but it's a large cap coin. In fact, it was recently in the top 10. It was also in the top 10 back in 2017, and it fell out. But over the last year, it started creeping back up in market cap. Why? Because, as it turns out, a very broad stablecoin ecosystem was built out, and it ended up growing into the largest stablecoin ecosystem in all of crypto. As it turns out, the market finds that valuable, and the price of Tron, the native asset, increased. So if there's a Ripple stablecoin and it's incredibly successful, and who knows, maybe even more stablecoins are added, maybe not. But say Ripple's stablecoin is wildly successful. Obviously, people speculating on crypto find that highly attractive, which is why a chain that was otherwise dead and had basically no developer activity, it got back into the top 10. It's not a fluke. So is this good for the price of XRP? You better believe it. Absolutely. And then he says, this would be a good thread to see what people think about these points raised. Personally, I think it's the best thing that's happened for the XRP ledger and XRP since its inception, but would like to know other people's views and to help clear up some people's concerns. Yeah, and so I've now said a bunch of my thoughts on this. I think this is going to do nothing, assuming this really does come to pass, and we have to see it actually happen. I think this is going to do nothing but positive things for XRP and the entire XRP ledger ecosystem. This is big, this is positive, this is going to be viewed as a positive. And there was a somebody else, maybe it was if I've got it here. Oh, yeah. Let me close out with this. Santiago Velez, co-founder and R&D division lead at Block Digital. He's a big fan of what happened here. He was talking about this news when the story broke yesterday, and somebody wrote to him and said, this makes XRP token useless. And I get so many of these posts, and that literally isn't true. The most obvious quip you could have when somebody says it is, XRP is literally required for it to exist on the XRP ledger. Obviously not on the Ethereum blockchain or other chains, but on the XRP ledger, which is a primary focus, it absolutely is required. Duh! It doesn't make XRP useless. See, people that say that, what they're doing is they're revealing that they do not know what they're talking about. When anybody that says that, they are revealing to you that they do not know what in the ever-loving hell is going on. I'm not even sure if they know where they are or what to do with their hands. They probably don't know, like in the pocket, I don't know, cross-armed in front, I don't know what to do with my hands. So Santiago Velaz responded to this guy and said, not at all. With sufficient stablecoin liquidity across multiple blockchains, it creates demand for the underlying asset via fees and pools. Did USDC/USDT negate ETH on Ethereum? No. So think about that. Stablecoins on ETH. Did that hurt ETH? No, it's good. It's a more vibrant ecosystem. Same for Tron. These are real world examples you can see right in front of you, and you're afraid that this is going to hurt XRP? No, don't be an idiot, Stick. It's the opposite of that. This is fantastic. Damn it. Now, I'm sure there's more to be said, but I'm going to stop right here. You guys carry on the conversation. Tell me what you think I got right, what I got wrong, what I should have said that I left out, all that jazz. Leave it in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.